What's up, everyone? Welcome to the first YouTube show of the QB Spotlight. For anyone that's been following us for a little while, we've been on social media for a while, and we have had a podcast about the past year, and it's really kind of grown and kind of had some legs and taken off. So we are starting this YouTube channel, and we're just going to kind of roll with it. So again, we thank you all for riding with us, and for anyone that hasn't heard of us, welcome. For anyone that's been with us for a while and been with the podcast, again, thank you. And here's another tool that we can give you some quarterback related content. So without further ado, let's jump into it. So we've been on a transfer portal series lately, and we're going to stay with that. We're going to break down several quarterbacks today. First quarterback we're going to break down is Mckenzie Milton. So, of course, the former UCF quarterback who is now transferring to Florida State, which I think is going to be a great fit for several reasons. First reason, the experience that he has. And again, this is assuming that he's completely recovered from that injury. It's kind of out of my scope to kind of discuss and talk about, but we're going to assume that he's completely recovered and he's kind of ready to rock and roll. So I think you can't look past the experience that he has had and the successful experience that he's had at UCF, where he's had over 90 touchdowns, I believe 92 total touchdowns, only 22 interceptions. So and he's had 70-something passing touchdowns through the air. So a ratio of 3-to-1 from touchdowns to interceptions. That's huge. He's had experience in big games, from the big game against Auburn to the American Athletic Conference Championships. So he's had more than enough experience and more than enough successful experiences. We're going to look at a few clips here in a second of Milton, but here's another reason why I think he fits Florida State so well. And that's Mike Norvell's offense. So, for lack of better terms, Norvell has a spread offense, but it's kind of a spread offense built to run, if you will. And then off the run, they'll attack downfield. They want to set up some explosive plays. Just think back to the Memphis days with Riley Ferguson, some Brady White. I know last year wasn't the best year for Florida State fans or the Florida State offense, but I think if Milton can come in and compete and potentially be the starter, then he's going to fit that offense well. Of course, the Florida State offense also wants to attack certain matchups. They want to create matchups. They want to put defenders on an island and take those shots downfield. And Mckenzie Milton did that often at UCF. Several big things Milton brings that we're going to watch on film here in a second, just kind of brief clips, is his accuracy downfield. So any arm strength questions that people may have about him, he makes up for that more than enough by his accuracy downfield and being able to put the ball where only his player can catch it. Another thing you'll see if you go back and watch some Mckenzie Milton film and study his film is his ability to make unorthodox throws, go off script, make a play when there's really nothing there. We're going to watch a clip on that. And one clip that we don't have, but I encourage you to go back and watch if you're interested, is his ability to just scan the field, be patient in the pocket, and let the play develop. And that comes from experience that he has. So let's go ahead and watch a few clips of Milton, and then we'll come back and wrap this up. So here's the first clip of Milton. Watch him buy time, throw off his back foot, touchdown. Unorthodox throw, but able to complete the pass still. Man, he's just hella fun to watch as well. Let's watch this one more time. See if it comes through. Guy comes in motion. Buying time. Good ball. Touchdown again. Just fun to watch. Let's go on to the next clip here. So here's a good example of his accuracy. Corner of the end zone, perfect ball. Only receiver can catch it. Touchdown. Watch it one more time. It's not bad coverage. He's not on him like white on rice, if you will. But the coverage is decent, but it's just an accurate ball. Really looking forward to Milton being able to come back and do this. Man, hella fun to watch. So just a few clips we just watched that demonstrate, just for me as being a quarterback junkie, just how fun he is to watch playing the quarterback position. And we demonstrated his ability to throw off balance, to go off script. We showed his accuracy downfield. Any questions about his arm strength, which I think is strong enough, but his accuracy will trump any questions about his arm strength. And I would encourage y'all to go back and watch some more film of him if you're a Florida State fan or quarterback fan in general. Just watch his ability to scan the field, be comfortable in the pocket. And I'm really looking forward to him getting on Florida State and making an impact there. So, again, that was Mckenzie Milton, one of the most highly touted recruits in the transfer portal at the quarterback position this offseason. It's going to be really exciting to see him come back. And another thing about his game that we didn't touch on is his ability to run. He's a good athlete, can take yardage when given to him. And like I said, we're going to assume he's back and healthy and ready to roll. So we're just going to assume that's part of his game as well. He's going to be able to scramble and buy time when he needs to. Again, Mckenzie Milton, we're excited to watch him come back and play, and so that's our first quarterback there. Let's go ahead and move on to our next quarterback. So Ryan Hilinsky is the next quarterback that we're going to talk on this transfer portal series. A guy who I really like, who had a great true freshman season at South Carolina. He got some valuable experience, and now is transferring to Northwestern, which I think is a great fit. Northwestern is used to taking quarterbacks from the transfer portal. This is the third season in a row they've taken a quarterback from the transfer portal. And this past season worked out really well with Peyton Ramsey, and he was able to help Northwestern's offense and help lead them to a Big Ten title game against Ohio State. But back to Ryan Hilinsky. I know he was buried on the depth chart this past season. He competed with Colin Hill, who won the starting job. He was the transfer from Colorado State that went to South Carolina, won the starting job, and then they had another athletic true freshman that got some playing time as well. So I think it's a good move for Hilinsky to to move from South Carolina to Northwestern. South Carolina has their new coaching staff coming in, and just kind of a fresh start from Hilinsky. But there's a lot of good things to build on for Hilinsky, especially from his true freshman season. He got a lot of playing time. He did a good job taking care of the ball, only had 5 interceptions, and he started the majority of games at the quarterback position, so as a true freshman, only turn the ball over 5 times is a good accomplishment, and it's going to fit Northwestern's offense well, as Northwestern, if they can just take care of the ball, run it some, push it downfield some, let their defense take care of business, then they have a chance to win. Now, where I think Hilinsky can bring improvement to the Northwestern offense is his ability to push the ball downfield. He has a strong arm, and he's able to maneuver in the pocket and use that strong arm. Another thing I really like about him is his ability to gain ground while keeping his eyes downfield. Gaining ground meaning he's not necessarily scrambling, if you will. He's just buying more time, feeling the pressure out, and kind of maneuvering outside and inside the pocket to be able to push the ball downfield. So we're going to look at several clips that show that of Hilinsky. But again, I'm really excited for him going to Northwestern. I think it's a good fit. He's going to be able to take care of the ball, and I think it's going to add a different dimension to Northwestern's offense. Another thing before we watch these clips is Northwestern's offense threw the ball more than people probably realize. I believe they had, in 6 of their 9 games, I believe they had at least 30 attempts throwing the ball. Now, while it wasn't downfield, they didn't even have one game of throwing for over 300 yards. I still think it shows that if a quarterback can come here and you're going to get the chance to throw the ball. And I think Hilinsky has the arm strength and the talent to push it downfield and open up that Northwestern offense even more, which is going to be a big deal for that Northwestern offense. So with all that said, let's go ahead and look at a few clips of Ryan Hilinsky of his freshman year at South Carolina. We have a few clips of playing against Alabama. So this first clip, we're going to see Hilinsky's arm strength here and ability to stand in the pocket. Bama just brings 3. He stands in the pocket, delivers a strike. Boom. Big play on 1st and 10. This next video is going to be somewhat similar, but you're going to see him gain ground. It's a big 3rd and 4. He's gaining ground. First down, buys just enough time. 2 great clips showing what Hilinsky brings to a Northwestern offense. So again, I think Northwestern fans should be really excited about what Hilinsky is going to bring to the offense and going to help that Northwestern offense in general. And the experience that he has is a big thing as well, which you saw was probably one of the reasons why Ramsey was successful as a Northwestern quarterback last year, because of the experience that he brought. So I think Hilinsky is going to have the ability to push the ball downfield. He can buy time in the pocket, but by no means he's trying to run. But like that example in the video that you saw, he's just kind of trying to gain ground, buy time, let the receiver come open and be available. So again, good get for Northwestern. I think it's a good fit for Ryan Hilinsky as well. So with all that said, let's go on to our last quarterback of the transfer portal series today. Last quarterback we're going to talk about today on our transfer portal series, is Bailey Hochman. So the quarterback that is now at Middle Tennessee State, just transferred there, but he started the majority of the games for NC State this past season, and then a few years prior was actually at Florida State. So went from Florida State, NC State, now he's at Middle Tennessee State. But I think it's a great fit for Bailey Hochman, and he got some valuable experience as he was the starter for the majority of games for the Wolfpack. Did some really nice things, was very accurate with the football, almost 65. His completion percentage was almost at 65, which is a great number, especially kind of starting his first real season this past season for the Wolfpack. So I think he's got a good future at Middle Tennessee State. Middle Tennessee is having some turnover. They had a stud quarterback last year, Asher O'Hara, who is now transferred, and he's going to Sacramento State. Their OC is no longer there, so they have a new OC. It was Kansas's OC the past few years. He did some good things at Kansas, and before that was at a smaller school, NAIA school. I believe Bethel was the school. I can't remember if it's Bethel College or Bethel University, but his offense was explosive there. So he's got a good track record. So I think combining Hochman with their new OC at Middle Tennessee State is going to be a good thing for Middle Tennessee, who needs some help offensively and needs some help pushing the ball downfield. That's something Hochman can do. Hockman's got a strong arm, but he's athletic enough to move around the pocket. That's going to kind of remind you of a Brent Stockstill, the quarterback before O'Hara. He's not going to make a bunch of defenders miss like O'Hara did. O'Hara's awesome running the ball, but he might remind some Middle Tennessee State fans of Brent Stockstill because he's an athletic quarterback, but he's looking to throw and he's a lefty. So let's go ahead and look at one of the clips that Bailey Hochman has from this past season while he was at NC State. So this clip is definitely going to remind Middle Tennessee State fans of Brent Stockstill. Just watch this. Slips, runs in the pocket, eyes downfield. Let's watch it one more time. Let's see here. So you see pressure gets to him. His eyes stay downfield the whole time. He's able to go off script, throw a good ball. Boom. So if you're a Middle Tennessee State fan, there's a lot to like about Bailey Hochman and the new OC that they have coming in. I think their offense is going to be fun to watch, and I think you'll probably see them back at the level they were at when Brent Stockstill was at quarterback. Be very competitive in CUSA, as they have in the past few years, but they could potentially take another step with the new change and everything. But interesting to see regardless. But that's our first YouTube show, or our first YouTube edition, this first series that we're doing. So again, we thank y'all, and any time that you give up to watch what we do, we're appreciative. I don't have my co-host. I totally forgot to talk about him at the beginning of the show. I don't have him with me, so bummer right now, but of course he'll be back, and we have the podcast coming out. So we got another show, another series coming out soon. So just, if you like this channel, subscribe, all that fancy stuff. I don't know what other YouTube people say. Again, I'm new with this, but if you like it, great. If you don't like it, great. Give your feedback to Eric C. Henry on Twitter. If you don't like it, if you do like it, please let us know. But sincerely, thank you. Let us know what we can do to get better, and hopefully this is something that is intriguing. And again, we'll have all types of quarterback content, college football specifically, from Power 5 to Group of 5 level. We're going to try to kind of cover everything. So again, we thank y'all, and we hope y'all enjoyed.